Welcome, parents and guardians. I'm Rebecca Schwartz, and I am teaching your children 8th grade studio and art this year. And I'm going to go into my presentation to tell you about the class. So 8th grade studio and art is a great class that we've had for about 10 years at Pell Middle School, and it's very valuable for the students. This particular picture shows a field trip to the Frick collection in New York City last year. We usually go there every year. This year, we're doing our best to make it happen by having it be a virtual field trip, which we've already scheduled for mid-October. A little bit about me. I'm originally from New Orleans, and I went to New Orleans Center for Creative Art and was a fine arts major. And then I went to FIT and majored in advertising design. And I worked in that field for a few years, and then I decided I wanted to become a teacher. So I went back for my master's, and I've been working at Pell Middle School ever since 2002 after I graduated. And I really feel like I know the 8th grade age so well, because I've always taught 8th grade art the whole time I've been working here. And I know what they like and what they don't like and how to get them excited and how to challenge them just enough, but not so much that it's stressful. I'm also a practicing painter, and you can see up here a few of my own paintings and also some of my graphic design work. And I also live in Pelham. Goals and objectives for the class: 1, to challenge students working at an advanced level with more advanced projects than the regular 8th grade classes. To give students the increased flexibility in their schedules when they enter high school so that they can take many art electives throughout their high school experience starting in 9th grade. To offer advanced level projects that will give students an opportunity to start building their high school art portfolio, because for those who wish to pursue art and design in the future, an extensive and impressive art portfolio is necessary and critical for a competitive edge in the college application process. Even if students do not decide to pursue some type of art or design study in college, it's still impressive to show colleges an impressive art portfolio, no matter what students want to do. And it definitely makes students look like a well-rounded, hardworking student in high school. To give students the foundation for further art studies in high school, to teach students to look critically at their own art, the art surrounding them, art from art history, and use art vocabulary to describe art and learn how to critique art and identify elements so that they can learn to use them in their own works of art. To enhance students' skills, to provide them with opportunities to express themes of importance to them, and to educate students on careers in art. And we usually have many guest speakers throughout the year who are working artists such as graphic designers, architects, fashion designers, and many other disciplines. The reason I like to express this to parents is that sometimes when your child tells you, I want to be an artist, that can be a little fearful for some parents who might not know a lot about the art world and what it's like to be an artist these days. But I can assure you, based on my own career and those of my friends who I went to school with and anyone I know, including the guest speakers who come in to talk to our class, which includes many Pelham parents, it is not the case. If you're a hardworking person who has some talent, you can achieve a lot in your career, and there are just so many careers out there that you can be successful at. The curriculum is going to look a little bit different this year, only in the sense that we had to limit the materials a little bit, but students can also work with various materials at home. I encourage them to have as many materials as they can outside of the materials that were required for the class. It mirrors the high school studio and art curriculum, which students generally take in 9th grade, but of course your students are taking in 8th grade. It is guided by the IB framework. It includes the principles and elements of art and design. There is observational drawing, mixed media, perspective drawing. Students will learn computer graphics programs. They will be participating in the 8th grade mural along with the rest of the grade. We'll learn about art history and contemporary art, especially in the context of things that are happening in the world today. They'll learn about art careers through our guest speakers and art criticism. And of course, we'll do at least one virtual field trip. I am working on more. And they will develop their portfolio and start thinking about the future. And it might seem like, how is it possible to have an art class virtually? But it really is possible. And if you look at the examples to the left, these are all things that were made in spring 2020 after school closed. The example at the top, it was a self-portrait entitled Me in Quarantine. And the students did an incredible job, even though they were home. The one in the middle was actually a piece of the 8th grade mural. And the students made kind of Polaroid pictures of memories that they had from Pella Middle School and did them in a computer graphics program and submitted them digitally to be placed on the 8th grade mural. And the one at the bottom was a project in which we learned 1 point perspective. The way grading works is that 75% of the grade is made up of students' projects averaged together, and 25% is what we call AB grade, which is basically your artistic behavior in class, which includes timeliness and attendance. As you can see, I have that starred and circled. It's very important. Class starts at 7:40 every day, and I don't want them to miss a moment. And creativity and innovation, class participation, effort, focus, behavior and attitude, following directions, and aesthetic outcome. Students, the way students are going to turn in artwork this year is basically taking a picture of it and submitting it to me on Google Classroom. So it's really important that students have the Google Classroom app downloaded to their phone because it's just so easy to take a picture on your phone and submit it that way. There are other ways to do it, but that's definitely the most seamless way. So students will learn to take a good picture of their art and upload it. And it's also really important that students regularly check the Google Classroom and also their email on a regular basis for comments, or possibly something might be missing that they're not aware of. So if they can get into that practice, that will help them a lot in their other classes too. And it's also important that they keep up with every little step of the project, because each project is broken down into tiny little parts that don't take very long. But if they miss a lot of assignments, they're going to find themselves pretty overwhelmed trying to make it up. I want to thank the Pelham Education Foundation and the PTA. They've been incredibly generous with our programs, and it's made a huge difference. And please always feel free to communicate with me. I do not have a T in my name, so if you put one in, I won't get it. But I hope it will keep the lines of communication open. And anything that should arise, please feel free to let me know. Hope everybody has a great night. Bye.